Hello everyone, this is BarrelDragon65 again, and today's Mega Man review will be on the games Mega Man X2 and Mega Man X3 for the Super NES. These were the last two X games to be on the Super Nintendo, and they are very good. 2 is good, but people are getting mixed reactions for X3. But for me, they're both very good games. Let's start with X2. It has been several months, or about close to a year, since the first defeat of Sigma. And X and the Maverick Hunters are trying to stop more Mavericks that are being created. It starts out in the first stage that you go into this big Reploid factory to destroy a huge Reploid that has gone Maverick. But X is being watched by 3 mysterious figures called the X Hunters, with one sole purpose: to destroy X, who has defeated their master Sigma. You go against 8 new Mavericks in a very good way. After you defeat 2 of them, you get contacted by the X Hunters saying, listen, let's make this a little game out of this. Each one of us has a part of Zero, who sacrificed himself in X1. If you want Zero back, you defeat all 3 of us. And this is optional. If you defeat the X Hunters before getting to the main castle or get all 0 together, it will affect the last stage of the game. If not, if you don't get all the parts, then you're going to have a hard time. Not really. Anyway, same as X1, Dr. Light capsules are in certain areas, certain levels, in certain areas. Get all of them, you get a new armor. When you get to the X Hunter's castle, the first stage music I loved. I mean, the music in this game is great. When you get to, I believe, X Hunter Stage 3, and this is a little out there, but you can acquire the Shoryuken from Street Fighter. It's kind of complex. I would say that you have to look online how to do this, because I cannot remember the exact way to get it. After you defeat the X Hunters again in their new forms, I mean, the first one stays the same, the second one's in a special tank. And that's the thing, the second X Hunter, I cannot remember his name. Surges. A lot of people think Surges is Dr. Wily in Reploid form. That is up in the air. I say no, he is not. Because Wily may be a smart genius, he is a complete idiot sometimes. But what can I say about that? After you defeat Algis, the 3rd X Hunter, you find out that Sigma is alive, and then with a new form, in Wolverine mode. He's called Neo Sigma, but I would say he's Wolverine Sigma. After you defeat Sigma, you find out that Sigma is actually more like a virus. You get a holographic head you have to defeat. Once you defeat him, now about the final stage, if you get all 0 together, Sigma will show up with a fake 0, and real Sigma will show up with a fake 0. Real 0 will show up, destroy very easily. If not, you're going to have to deal with a fake Zero. No, wait. I take that back. You do have to fight Zero, but you still have the proper control chip for him. Anyway, all in all, X2 is a very good game. In fact, it's the first X game I have beaten. Now let's move to X3. In X3, you have Zero back with you, and you can play as Zero, but only for a short time. Zero cannot battle bosses unless you go to the final castle. X3's story is this. A Reploid named Dr. Doppler has developed an antivirus to stop the Sigma virus, stop people from going maverick. Unfortunately, it's a placebo. It's a fake drug that makes you feel like you're not going to go maverick, but you do. X and Zero infiltrates Dr. Doppler's island to stop him from this virus. Along the way, during these 8 Mavericks, you'll be going against 3 of Doppler's bodyguards, I would say. Bit and Bite, and a mysterious Maverick who looks like Vile. It is Vile. Doppler has resurrected Vile from X1. X3 also introduces a new gimmick, Ride Armor. During certain stages, you'll get a special capsule that will allow you to summon a Ride Armor. You cannot use them until you unlock the Ride Armor from Blast Torrent stage. After you defeat all 8 Mavericks, you go to Doppler's lab. During the first stage, if you collect all the armor parts, but none of the chip parts, does 2 things. Once you get all the armor, you can find a special chip to improve a part of your armor. If you get none of those enhancements, in the first stage you'll able to find the golden armor, which will improve all bits of your armor. Your helmet, the chest, the buster, and the legs. It will improve them. If you use Zero in, I believe, the second stage, you have, if Zero defeats a mini boss, Zero will get seriously injured and Zero will give X the saber, which is a handy weapon. Believe me. Once you go against Dr. Doppler and defeat him, you'll find out that Doppler was making a new body for Sigma. He has returned. In fact, Sigma is the X series, Dr. Wily, blah 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 blah. Now, the first Sigma battle in X3 is easy. Just gotta get rid of that shield. But Kaiser Sigma, oh my gosh, this is a troublesome boss. A giant body with a little bitty Sigma head. After you manage to defeat the final boss, you have to run away from flowing lava and Sigma's head. His holographic virus head. Now, depending if Zero was not injured. If Zero was not injured, Zero will save you at the very end. If not, Doppler will save you at the end. During the end credits, X will ponder about life and then start to realize that in order to make the world safe, he may have to destroy Zero. Doppler will tell everyone that Sigma is a virus. He cannot be analyzed properly. All in all, X2 and X3 are 2 of the good games. Now, a lot of people disagree about X3 being the worst game. but it can also be said for X6, which I will explain in a later video. Anyway, my next review will be a single review on X4. This is Barrel Dragon 65. Sign off.